Round 1 in the Western Conference begins. The Houston Rockets enter the postseason with the best record in the conference. But now, the stakes are higher. Will their dominance be tested as they go up against the Lakers? Round 1, Game 1, the NBA playoffs, coming up next.
The playoff battle in the West starts off with a bang right here. Game 1. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson, with David Aldridge roaming the sideline. And now the Lakers starting group. Outside, the wings are Reeves and James. Jared Vanderbilt out there with Hayes. And it's Doncic in at the 1. And for Houston, running the wings, they'll go with Green and Brooks. Alperen Sengun out there with Thompson. And it's the great in at the point. Taking a look at Houston. Greg, we know the confidence around this organization is extremely high. They feel like this is their series to lose.
And you know, they have an edge playing at home. They also probably have an edge in talent level. But I tell you what, any number of things can shift momentum in a series. You need to try and make quick work of this one and get to the second round. Truly survive in advance, isn't it? Amen.
Now here's Brooks after Luka Doncic's miss. Here's the great. 4 on the shot clock. Locked up there for Sengun. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Sengun with the athleticism. I see you, big fella.
We're about 1 minute into the first. Reeves outside. Here's Doncic. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Here's the great. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
Yeah, it's nice to see him be assertive instead of settling for a jump shot, especially in the first quarter.
Now, here's Doncic. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Doncic has got his second bucket of the night.
Looks like it could be a big night for him. Very strong start here in the first quarter.
Thompson, a screen on Doncic. Lobbed up there for Thompson. Pass to the great. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. The great's got 7 points in the game.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Guys, you never know what you'll see when you're watching Luka Doncic. His offensive creativity is through the roof.
It's Brooks on the wing. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
5 out of 5 to start things off. They certainly seem to be in a good rhythm.
And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, G.A.?
Hey, Kevin, I caught up with Coach Ime Udoka. Of course, they know they have their work cut out for them with LeBron on the court. He told me James hasn't really lost a step. He's a constant problem out there, so I'm ready to try anything, including just throwing extra bodies at him. Of course, that probably means some double teams in LeBron's immediate future. Guys?
Thank you, David. Rockets leading by 6. Here's the great. He has 7. Over in the corner, Green. No good on the 3.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
LeBron outside. And stolen by Eason. Pass to Thompson. Here's the great. The Lakers with the rebound. Rob. Here's the drive. And he goes right over Luka Doncic and slams it down.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Here's Doncic, following the score by Houston. And Alperen Şengün gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Gabe Pinfinney's checked in for Los Angeles.
On the floor for the Lakers, number 7.
The Lakers with the ball, trailing here by 8. Here's Thompson. Eason, great positioning on the putback.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Here's Doncic. Offensive struggles continue, missing again.
Okay, let's just say it. This has been an ugly quarter for him. Not quite a break a mirror ugly, but it's getting there.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
It also allows them to play inside out, which will make them even more difficult to defend.
Los Angeles with another miss.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here, defending the triple.
And J.J. Redick is called timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Adams, he's checked in for the Rockets. Jabari Smith comes in for Amen Thompson. And then for Los Angeles, Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Jackson Hayes. Connect comes in for James. And it's Austin Reeves in for Doncic. Now here is Hachimura. Still scoreless. Finney-Smith passes to Reeves. Shot clock at 5. Knocks down the 3 ball.
You gotta respect the three-point shooting of Reeves. He can be dangerous from there.
We've got 28 seconds left in the first quarter. Good on the triple. And that's 17 points for the great.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Reeves outside. The Lakers need to get a shot off here.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Lakers shooting their first free throw of the game right now. So it's the Houston Rockets holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And we'll be right back after this. And we're ready to get back into the action here in Game 1. Let's see what this quarter has in store for us. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Rockets.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Here's the great, guarded by Doncic, and the basket by the great.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let him roll.
Houston shooting their first free throws of this quarter.
Third team foul.
And he knocks down the first one. Houston making a switch. Whitmore is checked in. And the Lakers also making a switch. Connect, he's checked in for Austin Reed. And so he makes both from the line.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
Pass to Connect. It's picked off. And Whitmore throws it down.
Well, there's no shortage of verticality to Whitmore's game. He makes for a big target above the rim.
Here's LeBron. No scoring in this one. Hachimura with a screen on Brooks. LeBron outside. Shot to stop the run. James absorbing hits on the drive.
And making it look easy. LeBron overwhelms the defense inside.
Here's the great, guarded by Doncic. From the arc. LeBron grabs the miss. Lakers trail by 7. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Veteran smarts of James understands how to absorb the contact and still finish.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Jabari Smith, he's jacked in for Houston. And that one misses.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Doncic finds Hachimura. Goes up to the strike. No good there. Houston leading by 5. Knocked loose. Stolen by Connect. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball.
And it's so hard to take away the 3 from Doncic. He needs very little space, and if you press up on him, he'll go right around you.
Here's the great. 1 points in the game. It's tipped. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Again, the Lakers. In a moment here, take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Lakers.
From the tip, they are not making things easy on them. Lots of steals, playing disruptive basketball.
And also, given the game is more fast-paced nowadays, I like the way they've capitalized in transition, keeping their foot on the gas.
Vanderbilt with it. He's picked up by Brooks. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Connect. The 3 for Doncic. The great grabs the miss. The Rockets' shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Bounce pass from Whitmore. Here's the great. They need this one. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
What a way to end the half there, guys. Big-time 3 to take the lead at the buzzer.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Rockets on top. They're up by 3. We'll be back shortly live from Houston, Texas.
Greetings, one and all. The postseason drama we love, and no disappointment here as it's a close game so far for the Houston Rockets.
Love that they're taking high percentage shots, and it hasn't been easy for them. It's hard to score inside when the defense is collapsing on you.
Who needs 3-pointers anyway?
Kenny did.
So thank you, Ernie.
Looking at the scenario for the Houston Rockets. Guys, how important is the first game of the series?
Very important, Ernie. You learn a lot about yourselves and your opponent. Teams will attack and try to exploit your weaknesses.
And after game 1, it's all about how you cover up those weaknesses. Force your opponent to shake up their approach, man.
Yeah, moves and counter moves. Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And we're happy to have you back for more playoff basketball here in round one. It's been one outstanding game from the great.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
Well, it doesn't get much better than playoff basketball. Let's get back to the action here in round one. Running the wings, they'll go with Green and Brooks. Thompson is out there with Alperen Şengün. And it's the great in at the point. And that's the group in there for Ime Udoka as we begin the second half. Out to Thompson, fires the three, nailed from three-point land. Thompson's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. Outside, James. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. It's outside. Trying to come right back with the three of his own. It's no good. Right wing. Green kicks to Brooks. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
Like what? Like, what is going on right now?
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Lakers. 4-point game. Pass to Hayes. Back to Doncic. Kicks it out to James. It's stolen by Green. Goes up. And Green slams it in.
I know you're not going to believe it, but yes, that was strong defense by Green. And then because of that effort, he takes it all the way himself.
And J.J. Redick is called timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. James finds Doncic. Şengün with the rebound. Rockets leading by 6. Here's the great. 24 points for him. Shoots. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
Something lit a fire under them at the half. They started this quarter going 3 for 3 from the floor.
Knocked away. Fast break. Here they come for the finish. And he goes right over Luka Doncic and slams it down.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Man, their offense is clicking. Players, coaches, everybody, they are in sync. He knocked down a 3 in the first quarter, but he's still been unable to connect from deep past the break.
The great pass to Şengün. And no good that time.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Down low. Here's Doncic. And the shot goes down. 15 points for Luka Doncic.
Creating space. Doncic will move defenders around.
Here's the great. Guarded by Doncic. Fader on the way. And the basket by the great. The great's got 6 points in the quarter.
And nice job taking what the defenders gave him. But these guys need a gut check right now.
Yeah, you'd love to see a little bit more fire on defense. Shoot, any fire on defense. They can't just be giving the game away.
They kick it out to Green. 5 to shoot. Good on the three-point shot. Green's got 11 points.
And shooting-wise, he's been fantastic, helping to build this lead.
To the left wing. Vanderbilt the pass to LeBron. The three for Doncic. The three ball from Doncic.
After sinking one triple in the first quarter, he nails another one in the second quarter. He's got it going on.
Here's the great. Guarded by Doncic. Şengün passes to the great. His three-pointers off the mark.
Well, after the show he put on in the first half, you thought it would continue, but he's cooled off a little bit here now.
Tries the spin move.
Like, at this point in time, like, you have to understand that if LeBron James is on the inside, he has so many ways to beat you. A little contact's not going to do anything.
Here's the great. He has 30. Driving the lane. It's tipped. LeBron passes to Reeves. James against Green. And here's Doncic from the arc. Yes, it's James picking up the assist.
3 points.
LeBron's got 3 assists in the game. There's 39 seconds left in the third. The great passes to Thompson. Houston moving the ball around. All sorts of time. And the basket by the great. The great's got 32 points.
Quite simply, he is carrying this team, doing most of the work scoring-wise.
Doncic left side. The 15-footer again, Los Angeles.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
But it took them a little while to get there. Just goes to show, as long as you persevere, you'll figure your way out.
Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. Rockets lead by 5. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
NBA playoff round 1. Thanks for the Rockets. Thompson, he's checked in for Şengün. Jalen Green comes in for Whitmore. And the great subbed in for Fred VanVleet. And then for Los Angeles, Jackson Hayes, he's checked in for Hachimura. Austin Reeves comes in for James. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Gabe Vincent. Taking a look at the Lakers. Doncic out there with Austin Reeves. Then it's Connect. Then there's Hayes. And it's Vanderbilt in at the power forward. Easton passes to Green. Here's the great. Puts up a 3. It's good from long range. The great's got 35 in the game.
And that's another 3. And if the defense is hoping that they don't heat up from out here like they did in the first half, they may be in for a real bad surprise.
The 3 for Doncic. It's rebounded by Houston. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
The great. Eason, the screen. Throws it up high.
My goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. Şengün's checked in for Houston. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. James is checked in. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey guys, J.J. Redick's message with his team was simple, and it was an intense huddle. Coach challenged his team. He told them the effort's not there. It has to get better. We'll see if those words work, Kevin.
Thanks, David.
When you're guarding LeBron, you have to give him something. So the King, well, he'll take a 3-point basket.
The great passes to Thompson. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. On deep, Reeves. The great grabs the miss. The great's got 7 rebounds in the game. Jacks up a 3. Hits it from 3-point range. The great's got 38 points.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flank.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Drains it from beyond the arc. Doncic has got 15 points here in the second half. They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
Traps in the tray. 41 points for the great.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Fires the three. And again for three.
And he's letting it fly from long range to devastating effect.
And he's now tied the franchise record for triples in a playoff game.
A tremendous boost for these guys as this game winds down. And what will be a win here in game one of the series for Houston.
What an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Definitely had a huge edge, and this is their DNA. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are the kinds of games they can have.
And it's really got to feel very good to be able to jump out confidently to a 1-0 lead in this series.
Absolutely. And I think their focus now has to be not on taking this win for granted. They should come out for game two with the same intensity and honestly maybe even more. You know they'll face a more focused team in the next one, so they may have to be just a little bit tougher.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for the great.
And he was getting buckets all night long, giving the defense that work.
And Doncic throws it down. Here's the great. Missed. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. A pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this in the series.
You know, Kevin, momentum so critical. And you know they'll want to ride this wave into game two.
And that about wraps it up, folks. We hope you've enjoyed our broadcast of the NBA Western Conference quarterfinals. For Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. We appreciate you tuning in tonight. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, the great.